That's enough of this. That's enough of this.
All right, here's a dumb topic that's not porn at all. So apparently California condors are super rare. They're on the verge of extinction. And 10% of the planet's condors are fucking with one woman's house in California.
Woman.
Yeah.
She has no recourse.
She can't do anything. They just go to her porch, knock over the plants, destroy the furniture, and leave. Oh, and they poop everywhere. And their poop gets hard like concrete. And she has to have people come in with special tools to fix her trashed deck on the regular.
Why is it dry like concrete? What do they eat? Just bones? I mean, they're buzzards, right?
We don't know where they came from, but somewhere around 20 condors, 10% of the planet's population, of them just decided to show up, and they really seem to take a shining to my mom's house, particularly her deck and her roof. They just hang out and have fun. They spent the last week knocking over plants and lawn ornaments and leaving claw marks on the deck and defecating all over the roof.
Do we need these guys?
I don't know.
I mean, if we've survived with only 200 of them left, there's no way we need
They
them.
have like a 14-foot wingspan, and they're just wrecking this poor woman's deck and roof.
If it's that big of a bird, then we should keep it. That's pretty cool. We're running out of really big animals.
A pack of teenaged condors figured out that my mom's house is situated at a sweet spot. Her mom's an animal lover and enjoys watching the condors fly overhead and would never harm them. Once a day, she has to hose the condors off her roof, but they come back the next day. The bird droppings have a powerful stench. It's basically like cement. I have to get someone to come in and power wash and scrub it off. But she's waiting for them to leave because she doesn't want to have it cleaned repeatedly. So, yeah, they're just wrecking her house. I thought it was funny that these condors were like, fuck this woman in particular.
Yeah, they're just eating dead animals, like dead, rotting carcasses, and then shitting that vile nonsense onto this woman's porch. But you know what? It's her porch, and she doesn't seem bothered by it whatsoever.
Why doesn't she like kill the condors? Are they like protected species?
There's only
right?
200 left in the world, and 20 of them are at her house.
Am I the only one who just wouldn't give a fuck and would kill those condors and not tell anybody?
You'd go back to jail.
I wouldn't tell anybody about the condor killing.
Okay, well then you'd probably be okay. Yeah. Actually, you have to like go throw them off a cliff because they're all tagged. They'd be like, hey, 10 of them haven't moved. 10 of them stopped moving in this guy's furnace. That's so weird.
We had a similar issue, but they weren't condors. They were chimney sweeps, the opposite size of the coolness and size spectrum. But apparently, chimney sweeps are like a thing. And I don't know if they're endangered or what, because we had, I don't want to exaggerate, but like 400.
Is it called a chimney swift?
Maybe it's, I said sweep, but I think it's swift. And we had maybe 400 of them living in my chimney. And we just moved into this house. And Jackie's like, what is the rumbling coming from the chimney? And I'm like, once again, you're insane. You always think there's something wrong with the house.
Once again, what other noises does she hear?
Every time there's like a crack in the drywall.
I keep hearing someone speak Latin in the closet.
Woody, I was right about the porch bear. You know, it's like, lucky guess about the porch bear. What about the pool lizard? I told you about the pool.
There's a closet demon I told you about. That's not.
Every time there's like a crack in a drywall, or where like you put, there's two pieces of drywall, there's tape, you put the mud over it, that drywall mud, and sometimes it cracks if it's thin or something, or too thick, and it's like, this is just normal house settling. Chillax. We're not like built on a swamp. It's fine. We're built on top of like a hill made out of granite. Anyway, so she hears the chimney rustling, vibrating, and she's like, yeah, there's something happening there, and I tell her that she's insane. That it's like, enough of this. You stress over this house, and it's fine. And then I start hearing it, and I'm like, was that it? Was that it? And I think it's like the wind blowing over the top of the chimney and causing it like you blow over the top.
The way you blow over a bottle
or pen, or like a pen cap, like that. That bottle's better because it has the same sort of tone that we're hearing. This woo, and it turns out that is the sound of 400 birds. Thanks. Flying out of your chimney. It's a little like that, but like flappier. And and then the odor comes from the chimney. Now, I guess these guys are seasonal, so it's not like it was there when we bought the house or anything, but like it shows up and it smells like urine in our chimney. And it's like, oh, fuck. So I call an exterminator or something, and that was the wrong move. He's like, you have to keep those birds for this long. You know, like I can't come. Not like now that you've told me, like I felt like I was on a register of some sort for these birds. And it's like, fuck, you know, we've got this bird problem. And
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
They're in your fireplace, right?
Right.
Why not?
Why not, you know,
Why
use
not
your fireplace
Why not just
as intended to... Like I know I'd have solved this problem in
Like,
the amount of
2
time
minutes.
it takes to start a fire.
I had that idea.
Like, I guarantee you they wouldn't like that a bit.
I kind
They would've
of
left.
I gave him a little time to leave, like a couple of weeks, and
You're too gracious.
well, you don't know
You're
the end
so
of the story.
forgiving. This is the same thing that happened with a contractor. If you set the contractor's trailer on fire, problem solved. Fire is almost always the answer to these sort of things.
Well, I waited for them
Nothing.
to leave, and then I capped the chimney, and that solved most of the problems. Most of the birds were gone. And then the fire, which might have been like in hindsight, I should have gone in the other direction, right? Instead of like because what turned into a
You trapped them and you
scare
burned
them
them
away was more of an Auschwitz kind of solution.
So you put a cap on it, and then you turn the fire on, and you just hear like tweet, 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 just trying to get like
now the chimney smells like KFC.
In my
honey.
defense, there were only babies left in the chimney.
They wouldn't have made it anyway. They have a terrible track record, apparently.
Yeah, so that is a thing, and I guess, you know, they just sort of settled themselves. We took like a broomstick and got all the things at the bottom that we could and just heated up, and now the chimney's fine, and it's capped, so they can't come back.
I'd have started that fire immediately.
I think that was the
and
way to go.
it would have been fun too.
It was a propane fire. I
It's
could
fun,
have
man.
got it done.
And the best part is, like I'd have gone an extra step. I'd have like filled the chimney with like propane gas for a while, and then lit it, and then been outside to watch the fireball and like the little mushroom cloud that would come out. Oh, that would have been spectacular.
Would have been lunch.
Could have been lunch. I don't know what chimney sweeps taste like, but I mean,
one way to find out.
only one way to find out.
They're a North Carolina delicacy.
Yeah, I don't want any sort of fucking protected critters in my house. They're gonna need protection. They're going down. Like there's I'm not telling anybody. I'm wiping them out.
Yeah.
Oh, these termites are the protected kind. I don't fucking care. Like, what are you gonna get out of here? They're endangered. Good.